All right, what is up, everybody? This is the Press Play Podcast. I'm your host, Jur Hedinger, along with my co-host. We got everybody here today. We got Drayton, Troy, and Tempest.
How's it going, guys?
Don't worry, I'm here. Y'all can stop crying. I'm cool.
I'm here and I'm not muted.
Yeah,
Yay.
that's the first. So today, first we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, depending on what you celebrate. And we're going to do something a little fun today. We're going to be discussing some game battles. And I'm going to ask a little fun question before we get started into that. And it's going to be, what is something we all ask for Christmas? But before we answer that question, I'm going to talk about Buzzsprout for a second. And what Buzzsprout is it's a podcasting network that helps you get, podcasting platform that helps you get connected with other podcasting networks, such as iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, etc. Following the link in the show's notes lets Buzzsprout know we sent you, gets you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, help support our show. We use Buzzsprout and we love it. Start with some gear that you already have in a quiet space. If you want to upgrade, Buzzsprout has tons of guides to help you find the right equipment at the right price. Buzzsprout gets your show listed in every major podcast platform. You'll get a great looking website, podcast website, audio players that can drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening, tools to promote your episodes, and more. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners. The team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world today. All right, boys. So going back to our question, something we all asked for Christmas. I'm going to start it off. I didn't ask for a lot of things for Christmas. The main thing I asked for was an SSD for my PlayStation. And I'll probably just use the old hard drive I have and hook it up to my computer and just use that for more external storage. So that way I can have more podcast episodes, YouTube videos, etc., and gameplay. But another thing I also asked for was the John Wick trilogy in 4K. So that's pretty much what I asked for. What about y'all?
Well, I asked for a capture card because I'm gonna start trying to make some YouTube videos on games. So I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, I didn't really ask for a whole lot.
I asked for money for my wedding and socks and underwear because I need all of those things.
There's no shame in that. I understand that.
No,
I do too.
Yeah.
You need new socks and underwear every year.
Yeah, it's like you hate getting it as a kid, but man, when you're an adult, it's like, please, I want it now.
I was just say, freaking as a kid.
I go through so many socks every year. I probably go through like 50. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
I sent my mom asked me like, well, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, I don't really know. So I sent her like this list of stuff that I've been kind of wanting, stuff that we can afford because some of this kind of costs a lot. But I said like a new hat, like a new fishing pole, a tackle box.
There you go.
New new hoodie or sweatshirt, a new hat, and just
there you go.
Yeah, that sounds like a good Christmas.
Yeah, that's stuff that's all nice that I enjoy. So yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to ask things for Christmas when you're an adult and you can just buy what you want if you
exactly.
need it.
Just basically things you need, maybe a couple things you want. But yeah, that was a fun little question. All right, so now we're gonna be doing a Christmas special. And we're going to be doing an entire episode dedicated to the video game character battles. So this probably will take a while. Could be wrong. Just depends.
We do have some good matchups.
We do have some good matchups, and we'll be discussing each of the matchups. And if we have something to say about the game itself that we like from the character, the game that we enjoyed, we'll discuss that as well. But yeah, Troy has all the matchups. He has it written down on a slip of paper. And so for those of you on YouTube, you can see him holding it up to the screen. But if you're listening, we'll just call it out for you.
Alrighty. Well, for our first battle, we have John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, the first one, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then the Ninja Gaiden, the ninja. I don't know if he has a name.
Ryu Hayabusa.
It's going to be inverted, but I mean... There you go.
It looks good to me. No, we can see it.
I guess only on mine.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I guess I probably know both of these characters the best, so I'll start it off.
Yeah,
I love John Marston. He's one of my favorite characters in video game history. I think he's kind of a hard ass, but that's what he's supposed to be, because in that era, that's how everyone is. I'm the baddest MFer out here because I'm a cowboy and I'm out to get everybody. And I really love that. But as far as fighting against Ninja Gaiden, who's essentially a demigod, who has like mystical magic powers, there is no way in hell that John Marston would stand any chance. I love him so much, but there is just no way.
I agree entirely.
Yeah, I agree, Drew. I remember watching you play some Ninja Gaiden games, and like the stuff he does compared to Red Dead Redemption, it's like there's no way. Like,
no, it doesn't matter how fast his 6-shooter is with Deadeye. I'm sorry.
Freaking flip over him and like slice him in half, essentially.
Yeah, he ain't beating no ninja.
No.
All right, so we're all in agreement.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
All righty.
The
next one.
That's about randomizing them, but it's more fun that way. Because there's gonna be ones where like, yep, that's obvious. But then there's also some good matchups. So
well, this next one is Dante versus Geralt. Geralt. However you pronounce him, from Witcher 3. Dante from Devil May Cry. We talked about Dante last time. Didn't talk about Geralt. I think probably Dante, because if I remember correctly, Geralt is essentially still mortal. Like he's human. And Dante, like in our last little segment, is pretty much a god. And he kills demons for fun. I mean, that's pretty much his mission. Geralt kills, beasts, like mythical beasts, but I don't think it's anywhere near what Dante fights.
No, not even close.
I would say if we're gonna pick, or if you guys from last episode are gonna pick Dante to go head to head with Kratos and not have a winner, there's just no way anyone's.
No.
I don't think there's anyone on these lists that's probably gonna beat Dante. No, I don't know 100%.
Well, he does have to face Ninja Gaiden, which they're actually kind of similar.
Kind of.
So
we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, but I would agree with you guys. I would go Dante.
I don't even think it's in question. Dante.
I don't know a whole lot about Dante, but if you guys are gonna say he's gonna go toe to toe with Kratos, Kratos is probably one of my favorite video games.
And I love Geralt. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But
I have no idea. Freaking, I've never played one of those games. So
that's okay, Drayton. I've only ever played The Witcher. I haven't even played Devil May Cry.
Right. I've barely played The Witcher. I've never played Devil May Cry, but I've heard about it.
Alrighty, so Dante wins that one.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so the next one is, it's going to be a little weird. It's Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series versus Bowser from the Mario games.
Oh, geez. Well, considering Bowser can grow to like a 4-story building, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And he has minions. And he has some minions.
And he breathes fire. I'm pretty sure that Nathan Drake is a lost cause there.
Hot take. Nathan Drake is really good at parkour, and how does Mario beat Bowser? By jumping on his head.
You know what?
That's true.
Yeah, I was gonna think, and I was like, Nathan Drake's not a slouch.
If there's anybody going against Bowser, I think Nathan Drake has the best chance. While I think it would be very difficult, I think if anybody's going to beat him, aside from like a superhero with like a jumping ability like the Hulk, I think Nathan Drake as a human probably has the best chance of anybody. I'm still going to go with Bowser, but if there's anybody that even has a remotely possible chance besides like somebody that's superhuman, it's going to be Nathan Drake.
But you got to remember, the whole reason Mario can even really get to Bowser half the time is because of all the special abilities he acquires. Mm-hmm. So Nathan Drake doesn't really have, I hope he doesn't have those, but he doesn't have the ability. I mean, that's a weird matchup, but it's basically a human versus a dinosaur. I mean,
I don't think Nathan Drake's going to go down like super quick. I think he's going to make it a tough fight, but I would agree with, I would agree. I mean, Bowser, like Drayton said, breathes fire. So
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at, now that Drew brings that up, I'm looking at Mario, and I mean, he's technically human, and he just gets these special powers from blocks. And
if Nathan Drake could get the same powers Mario did, then you know what? I would probably go with Nathan Drake. But if he doesn't, then
I'm also getting a little technical now. I'm bringing out my screw attack death battle analysis. I'm looking at the first. Is it Super Mario's 3? Is that where he? At the very end, you fight Bowser.
He fights him in like all of them, but
Well,
Super
I know
Mario.
there's one in particular where all you got to do is jump on his head and then he dies.
Then yeah, it's probably 3.
So I'm like, well, if that's all Nathan Drake has to do, technically.
Yeah, it depends on the game. Some games you got to jump on multiple times. Sometimes one. It's weird. Bowser apparently in one of the new games in 3D World can actually get some of Mario's abilities, like he turned into a cat.
Oh, really?
So apparently Bowser can also use those abilities. So if he has those at hand, I also think it's probably over for Nathan Drake.
All right. So
Yeah, I think we can all agree.
So
Bowser.
we're gonna say Bowser moves
advances.
on, but
Yeah,
it's not entirely impossible. Nathan Drake
no.
could somehow maybe win.
right.
yeah, so that's the best matchup we've had so far. Let's see.
They
Well, the
also-
next one is a classic.
In the Mario World.
The next one is Sub-Zero versus Scorpion.
All
And that was randomized. So, I mean, I know Drew loves Sub-Zero. I personally like Scorpion. I know, like Drew said before we started recording, Sub-Zero killed Scorpion. But, I mean, you know, they're both basically gods still. It's going to be close.
I think it depends on, like, you know, anybody can beat anybody on a given day. So it's like, it all
It's more
depends on, like,
consistent, though.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Scorpion comes in hungover and Sub-Zero
That could happen.
fight and then freaking freezes.
In the Mortal Kombat 11 trailer, however, Scorpion did die to Raiden as well. He got
But
kicked against
Raiden
the
is
wall.
the god among gods.
Well,
though.
yeah. But I'm just saying, I think we've seen Scorpion die a lot more in games than we've ever seen Sub-Zero. I don't remember in Armageddon they were fighting. I think Sub-Zero knocked Scorpion away too. I don't know if he
believe
beat him.
so.
So it seems like Sub-Zero's always had the upper hand on Scorpion.
I don't know the exact storyline, but I'm fairly certain in one of the Mortal Kombats, Sub-Zero dies, I think, by Scorpion, and then Sub-Zero's brother comes back, and that's the new Sub-Zero, and that's who kills Scorpion, I'm pretty sure.
So he has died. So, well, I guess
I don't know. I don't know which order that was in. I'm not as huge Mortal
yeah.
Kombat. Like, I enjoy the games, but I haven't seen the movies or anything like crazy
Right.
amount, and I haven't really been into that for a while. I was at one point, but it's been a hot minute. But yeah.
I would go Sub-Zero just because he could free Scorpion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go because I know some of his finishing moves. He kind of like freezes your body parts. And
Yeah. So if he can do that,
if he does that,
And-
to Scorpion's hard. Like
Imagine like if it was in the real world too, like, and he could use all the water to his advantage. I
yeah.
was just throwing that out there. Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt.
No, you're good. I mean, I think we're meant to believe that Sub-Zero is supposed to win, like good prevails evil. So like there's no logical. I mean, Sub-Zero is a logical choice, I think.
The Sub-Zero?
I'd say so.
Alrighty.
That's what I would think.
Alrighty. So this next one is going to be the tank from Left 4 Dead versus Juggernaut, the Spider-Man villain who like gains the more momentum he gains, the more damage he does. He wears like the big helmet on his head.
All right. I think that's a pretty
It'll be interesting.
chip there. Yeah.
I feel like I don't know all the Juggernaut's powers. I know the tank can climb. He can throw stones, and he can like punch cars and stuff. But he's not very quick.
Well, I mean, if he can climb, he can already do more than Juggernaut. 'Cause
I guess that is true.
if I'm
The
correct,
tank can't climb
Juggernaut can only
buildings.
really ever run straight and punch. And
Yeah, he
and
can't
I mean,
really
if
jump.
if the tank can move around enough to get behind him, the Juggernaut's too slow, in my opinion.
Well, I was
I
going to
think
say
the
also,
Juggernaut.
how strong is the tank?
Well,
Like, could he stop Juggernaut in his tracks?
well, I wanted to
Yeah.
bring this up that in the Left 4 Dead games, the tank can die by just bullets. How
Well,
many
yeah.
does it take to kill the tank? I mean, he doesn't.
I mean, technically, he is
Or
just
I'm
like
sorry,
a genetically modified human due to a virus.
Basically, Juggernaut.
Yeah.
but
They're basically
Ah.
the same character. They're basically the same character.
but tank
Um,
also like okay. How big is the tank compared to a normal human? Because I was looking at the Deadpool game or
Juggernaut is bigger,
Juggernaut is way bigger.
if that's what you want to know.
I feel like if he gets a hold of the tank, he could like rip him in half. Or
Probably.
Oh
Also, if he
my.
makes collision with him, he would win, I think.
Hold on.
something. Mhm.
What?
I if I can find the height of the tank. Okay, so this isn't exactly. It says the tank is 12 foot tall and 800 pounds, and it says Juggernaut is 9'5", but like 1,800 pounds. So
Believe it, he
Juggernaut
wears
is
metal.
and he's double the size. And from what I just saw on the internet, it says when Juggernaut is going at full speed, he is, for that time, he cannot be hurt by anything. Like, that's physical.
That's what I thought.
So yeah.
Kind of cancels out the tank.
I honestly would probably go with Juggernaut just because of that, because while the tank is really strong, Juggernaut is literally twice his weight. And anybody that watches any kind of fighting knows that anybody that weighs more has the upper hand almost every time.
Yeah. I think the only we were kind of saying, I think the only way the tank's gonna win is if he can just dodge his attack, dodges full speed run.
If he was as agile as Spider-Man, maybe.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's what beats the Juggernaut is agility.
Is
so
speed.
I mean,
and the tank does not have that.
Yeah, but I mean, if the tank can get up high and just kind of wait him out.
Yeah. Well, he could also take down buildings, though. So
Juggernaut runs through buildings. I've never seen the tank run through a building. While he lifts up cars and is really strong,
he can punch buildings, but he's not taking it down.
But he has not ran through a building like Juggernaut.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think we go Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Alrighty. This next one, probably a very easy one to debate. It's going to be a Snake from Metal Gear Solid. And Steve from Minecraft with enchanted armor and weapons.
Well, what are the enchantments?
Yeah, what are the
Nothing that's bulletproof. he has blast protection and he has, protection. But other than that, I don't really think it matters.
Yeah, Snake has the entire United States military arsenal on his side. So I think I will take Snake in any given game.
I think I'm going to go with Steve.
Diamond armor, though.
Steve?
Diamond's the hardest.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm not going with Steve.
But diamonds in real life aren't as strong as they are in Minecraft.
He's going to jump around some blocks and.
I mean, is he wearing diamond?
It's netherite. It's the nether armor, the best armor in the game, and the best sword.
Well, yeah, but even at that, their face is still open, so Snake can just pop a few caps off in him, or shoot his hand, because their fingers are still, So I would go with Snake, but
also the mobility on Steve is not very.
That would be true.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sorry, Steve, but
you can jump around and just slice every 5 seconds.
All right, this next one, Link from Zelda versus Bane from Batman. Fully juiced up Bane.
I don't know a lot about Link. I know
Link? Hold on. This is what Link? There are very many.
We'll do the most recent Link, so he has all his abilities.
So, Breath of the Wild
Link.
Oh.
But isn't Link just essentially basically another version of Geralt? Isn't that what he is?
He is human, but he does have a lot of weaponry.
I've seen some of the games. He has a very big arsenal.
He can die, but so can Bane technically.
I mean,
a lot more difficult. You got to rip out the hoses in Bane like Batman did. Batman was a mortal human and he beat Bane.
You got a point there.
Yeah, and Batman doesn't have a giant master sword and a master shield
Batman
and
doesn't use
a Sheikah slate.
Batarangs.
But Batman is also one of the most intelligent people on the planet,
That's
and
true.
He has about the most money out of anybody. He can afford anything at any time. Has the best technology. Has everything he could ever need, and he has Alfred, who can literally get him anything he needs to.
And airdrop it to him.
I don't really know who I'd go with because I haven't really played enough Zelda games to go.
Zelda's also quick.
If you said Twilight Princess Link, this would be easy because that guy
he turns into a werewolf, right?
He could turn into turn into a wolf, and he had that Link is in my opinion is the best Link. That is the best.
That
Link.
would have been a better matchup, but I forgot about that.
But I still think we're off Breath of the Wild, but.
I don't know. If Link can get behind him, Link wins. If he can't get behind him, he loses.
He can cut the hoses, he wins. But can he do that?
Can Link use the power of the 4 beasts or what mythical beasts?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you haven't beat the game? Okay.
No.
If you want it included, because I said Breath of the Wild. If it's in Breath of the Wild, then he can use it.
Yeah. So the main point, Troy, which you should be doing. One of them is like you have to conquer these beasts that Ganon has taken over.
Oh, I don't have the game yet.
In order to knock Ganon, so Ganon has 2 lives, as we always know. So this thing knocks like a majority of the first Ganon's health, and it's like all 4 beasts like use their power and just shoot like this giant burst ray attack at him. And I don't think Bane's gonna survive that, so I'm gonna go with Link.
If it's in Breath of the Wild, he can use it. I say Link.
Well, if that's what it is, then yeah, I think we have a clear winner. I think.
I just think that I don't think Bane's gonna be able to survive that.
It just all depends on what weaponry is at Link's disposal, and if he has his full arsenal, then yeah, probably Link.
I'd also say Link is faster, so he's more mobile.
Yeah, very much so.
I feel like he can dodge a lot of Bane because Bane is like really big and kind of hard.
Yeah.
So Bane, or I mean Link.
I'd say Link.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one is going to take us about probably 5 seconds.
Okay.
Arthur Morgan versus Iron Man.
Yeah.
I don't even think we need to say anything. I think you can just go ahead and
Arthur Morgan.
Man. Yeah. Oh.
Shout out to
that's right, because he has a horse and Iron Man doesn't. My bad.
Iron Man it is. All right, this next one might also be kind of it's Samus or Seamus from Metroid versus Zeus.
As much as I love Samus, I don't. Which Zeus are we talking about? The one from God of War?
Yeah, like God of War 3, where he was like beating his face in.
Not even remotely close.
Yeah, it's another no-brainer.
I love Metroid and I love Samus, but
he's like the father of the gods, like all of them. So like,
exactly, and Kratos is the only one that could even do anything to him.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Zeus it is. So this next one is kind of fun. However, I do think it's kind of lopsided. It's Deadpool versus the Joker.
Ooh. Man,
and
that's actually pretty cool.
Deadpool is immortal. However, Joker has come close to death many times, so it's argued that he could probably also be immortal because of how much stuff.
I was say Joker has died and has still caused a lot of trouble.
Another thing is that both of them don't really take fights too seriously.
It would be a funny fight. That would be a funny fight.
So like it's very hard to pick a winner, I'd say, because Joker and Deadpool would not take the fight too seriously.
No.
No, but also Joker, you do know that like the way that Joker will take, or the Deadpool will take it seriously, is if Joker goes after Deadpool's girlfriend, if she's I don't know, it just depends. Or
a part of me wants to say Deadpool. I feel like he would beat Joker.
I think it's not even close. I think Deadpool has his dual swords, he has his guns. The Joker, he has a damn pie that explodes. I mean, if
he invents stuff.
The Joker, but the only reason he isn't dead is because Batman refuses to kill. If Batman killed, the Joker would not even exist.
Deadpool could give 2 shits. He would shoot him right in the face.
And Batman is while he has all the equipment, is a mortal man. Like he's just a man at the end of the day.
That's true.
I mean, there's a world supposedly, or like alternate universe, where Superman kills the Joker, so Joker can die.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the best fight so far. Yeah, and it would just be very entertaining. That would be very entertaining, but
it would be very entertaining. That could be a good crossover.
I think Deadpool would win.
No,
Deadpool.
I don't think it's that close.
Well, we're coming down to the last sheet on our bracket. Alrighty, so I said Deadpool on that one. So all right, this next one is also going to be kind of fun. Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles and Wolverine.
Oh man.
Okay.
He is also immortal.
Okay.
Wolverine.
Are they really immortal?
No, Wolverine is, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Leonardo is.
Nah, I mean Wolverine's got a weakness.
Yeah, old age.
Wait, does. Yeah. Depends. Is Leonardo fighting old aged Wolverine or young?
Logan.
I mean, even at old age, he still regenerates, just not as fast. So it just depends. I think we got to go with prime time Wolverine.
Probably. I don't think Ninja Turtles kill people either. So
no. You said.
I mean,
Leonardo?
also those claws. That claw's going to go through that.
It's going to cut his weapon just in half.
The sword.
No,
the one that wields the sword.
Leonardo's a sword. Donatello's a staff.
Yeah, Leonardo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I definitely think
I don't.
a good fight.
Those turtle powers are not gonna go through adamantium claws. I'm sorry.
That's
no
true.
way.
Turtle and a half shell.
And like from the Wolverine, the movie where he's in Japan or whatever, he gets stabbed with the sword and he just kind of is like, no, and then he just kills him. So.
The only way I think you can kill Wolverine is if he drowns, or there's some other way. I don't even think if you rip his head off, you can kill. I think you have to like do something to like his heart or something. But those are like the only two ways that he can.
Yeah, if you think of one of the X-Men movies, that's how they try to kill Wolverine. Is they wrap metal all inside of him that sinks in the ocean, and I mean that's a movie, obviously, but yeah, I think that's like that old age when he can't.
Yeah, the real life Wolverine would never. That'd never happen.
But no, if we're talking about a sword versus
nobody got that.
You freaking no what?
Eva said, "Yeah, but it's the movie Wolverine." I said, "Yeah, that never happened to the real life Wolverine."
Well, a part of that is also back on the Deadpool Joker. I'm not going to change it, but I watched a video that said if you destroy Deadpool's brain enough times, eventually his brain will forget how to regenerate, and that's how you actually could kill Deadpool.
But
however,
the Joker could do that.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, if he just kept shooting him in the head. But if they don't take the fight serious, that's not going to happen.
Teleport, so that wouldn't happen.
Deadpool can teleport?
I'm pretty sure.
He didn't do it in the movies.
I'm pretty sure in
the
comic
books he
can. Yeah, in real life he does it all the time, dude.
I mean,
basing this off video games, though, have we ever seen Deadpool teleport in a video game?
I was thinking of the game and the movie. I was like, he didn't do that ever, but you know.
You want us to wait, Drew, or you want us to go to the next one?
Deadpool stopped using a teleporter, but at one time he had it. He said it was too easy to fight people with a teleporter, so he stopped using it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was right, and because I used to read comics, like not like super like, but into it. But me and Troy, you remember we had those books that we'd go to the library, those huge encyclopedias.
Oh yeah. That had all the characters.
They had all the characters from Marvel and DC, and I remember just going through and looking at every character and their abilities, and I remember it said Deadpool could teleport. So that's why I said that.
Well,
all right.
This fight though, I'd go with Wolverine.
Yeah, I think Wolverine.
We got off the fight topic there, but yeah, I think we can all agree.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All righty. So the next one, I'm going to argue this one. Kirby versus Kratos. And the reason I argue that is because Kirby can suck up Kratos and steal his powers.
I know.
I remember seeing something like this. I don't know why.
It might be on Death Battle.
You know what? Just to change things up, I probably agree with you. I love Kratos. He's probably my favorite character in gaming, at least top 3. But yeah, if Kirby can suck him up, then
But if he steals his powers, does he get his weapons?
I don't.
Because in Smash Bros, he steals their weapons somehow.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
he can have
Kirby can steal weapons too.
Okay, well, even then, Kratos can go into Spartan Rage mode.
Well, Kirby will have that too.
But it just
Kirby does get that too.
Kirby's gonna get everything Kratos has.
This is definitely the toughest battle, I think.
Well, if Kirby
like ever died like in one of the games? No.
I mean, he hasn't officially died.
You know.
No. Kirby's defeated a lot of enemies by like stealing powers, or he can steal powers around. So like if he was in Kratos' universe, he could steal like Zeus's powers.
Has there ever been an instance where somebody like besides Kirby spitting them out, like they've gotten outside once he's swallowed them or put them in his
if
mouth?
he like sucks them up and like spits them, they turn to a star, which is also another weapon. So technically, I guess he kills whoever he takes.
Well, yeah, but nobody can get out of it. Like once.
I mean, maybe Kratos's claws or his chains.
You can't
maybe
like
cuts
open.
him its way out.
I don't know. Like I don't know.
No.
It's gonna. It's gonna be like if
Kirby,
if Kirby sucks in Kratos, Kirby all the way. But it's gonna take a lot for Kirby to suck in Kratos.
That's the thing that I'm saying.
Kratos, yeah.
Kirby, he could also cut his way out of Kirby.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying too. But I don't know how like exactly Kirby. Like I know what he does. Like he swap, but I don't know exactly like what the statistics like are for it. Like where he has to be in like the position of Kirby.
He has to be really close to Kratos to do it.
Exactly.
So that might be an issue.
He's probably got to be within 6 feet.
Well, I mean, Kratos has range. He has a bow. He can throw his axe.
His chains go really far.
Shout out.
We forgot he has the boots of Hermes, so he would probably not be able to get caught that easily.
That's true.
Like,
Kratos
Kirby.
could win this.
He has the wings of Leonidas, so he could fly, and Kirby couldn't suck it.
Kirby can like kind of fly, but he can't like also suck.
No, he can just like hover.
So,
but
yeah,
he's kind of like. I wanted to say Kirby, and you had me going along with that, but now like the more that
I think Kratos.
I think Kratos because he can take him from afar.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, all Kratos has to do is get out of the range of
Dante could just shoot Kirby.
It's like if Kratos gets enough away from Kirby, it's Kratos all the way. It just
and
this is definitely I agree.
I'm putting Kratos.
I
would say Kratos, but man, Kirby gets a standing ovation.
No, he does because I don't think there's anybody else besides Dante that could even stand up to Kratos.
He's also defeated gods. Like we know Kirby is some supernatural creature. But like
he's a mythical creature.
Kratos has got like the distance on it.
We'll send the Witcher after him. How about that?
There we go.
No, I get what you mean, Drayton. I get what you mean, though.
Sorry, I had a little too much wine. I think I'm kind of I'm starting to lose what the heck I'm saying.
Yeah, we're doing the Christmas drinking special.
No. All right, are we ready for the next one then?
Yeah.
We're all happy Kratos won?
Well, I mean,
I'm happy,
how long
but
this next
I thought Kirby would win. I really thought Kirby would win from the way you were portraying it, but if you think about it, like
when you sit and think about it, like when you break it down, like Kratos has the time. I mean, Kratos in the God of War PS4 game, like beat a man who was unkillable. So like
that's true. Well,
like come on.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. This next one won't take long, so we can probably squeeze it in. Batman versus Charizard.
Oh.
Charizard would win.
I'm
okay.
Charizard.
I don't know.
I want to say so, but go ahead, Drayton. Go ahead.
I want to say Charizard as well, but Batman has also Batman
has beat Superman, dude.
He's mortal and
he's
smart. So Charizard. Another thing is a wild Charizard would not be able to do the things that Ash's Charizard would do if it did not have a trainer. So I feel like Batman might be able to win this one because
also, can Charizard super evolve?
Even if he does, I don't.
It's in the modern game.
Gigamax Charizard.
However,
that's a big Charizard to fight.
Batman's smart though. I feel like he would learn that Charizard's tail is the way to.
That he would have all the intel on him.
Granted, Charizard's tail burns hot enough to go underwater.
Batman is literally Iron Man, but like better. He's literally everything that Iron Man should be.
Batman could also pull him out of the sky with his grapple hook, or I think his vehicle has a hook, so he could rip Charizard down to the ground. So he couldn't actually.
Yeah, but Charizard's gonna.
Batman could easily build a suit to where he's resistant to fire, can't be harmed. Batman has beat Superman. If you can beat Superman, then there's
or Kratos.
Well, okay, but that'd be a whole different animal.
I'm gonna say Charizard. I'm okay with Batman moving on though, because I know you guys aren't gonna allow Charizard.
I can't.
My pick is Charizard.
I can't see it. If you can
I'm
beat
a Batman
Superman.
Now,
I'm a Batman fanatic, and I think Charizard would win.
It would be different if we're talking about like Red's Charizard from like Pokemon Red, but if it's a wild Charizard, I'm going with Batman because
but even wild
Charizards don't kill people though. They don't kill things. Like that's the thing though. They can't
do knock the thing.
Hey,
they could technically.
Charizard's going to do whatever it takes.
You also have to remember though, like that universe is set for a 10-year-old, and if it was like a 18+ episode, like it would they use them for evil, so they would literally probably be killing people. They wouldn't take over the world.
No, if we were going that route, then I could argue. But I just, if you can beat Superman and find out his weakness, like Drayton said, how would you not find out Charizard's weakness, and how would you not be able to do that? That's all I'm.
Yeah. My pick is Charizard, but I know I'm the unpopular opinion, but I'm okay with Batman moving on.
I'll pick Batman too.
I'm picking Batman. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
All right, and we're back. So this is part 2.
Alrighty. So next is Mario versus Spider-Man.
All right, I like this.
Which, granted, like we discussed on the other one, Mario has multiple abilities. He can fly, shoot fire, ice. He has a frog suit. He has a cat outfit so he can climb obstacles and stuff. Spider-Man is Spider-Man. He shoots webs. He's agile. He's good hand-to-hand combat. But Mario has these abilities, so can he do it?
I honestly don't know where to start with this one.
Spider-Man's pretty strong too.
He is. Yeah. I want to say Spider-Man, but I truly don't know.
We're giving Mario all his abilities except the star and that one thing in 3D world that makes him invincible. So he has to actually fight Spider-Man.
So Mario has every single power at his disposal.
He can choose it, except the ones that make him invincible. They're not all combined. He has to switch into those powers, but he gets one of each.
If we're just going off that, I just want to say Spider-Man, because if he's not invincible, Spider-Man could just, web sling up on top of a building, just keep shooting Mario, like with his webs. He'd have to change his webs slinger eventually, because he would run out of webs if we're going off, like, depending on which Spider-Man we're going off of. Because there's one that, he can shoot his webs out of his actual hand. And then there's another one, like the normal Spider-Man, the most famous one that has web slingers.
Yeah.
Mario also has a boomerang, though, so he can throw some objects very far, and he uses the boomerang to grab stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's so difficult.
I want to say Mario, honestly.
I think Mario would have a chance. Spider-Man.
No, I'm not saying it's like not. It's very close, I think, but it just depends on the circumstance, because Spider-Man has all these different suits, too, so he can change what he's doing. It's not
true.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Even if we're going off of, like, we're just using the base Spider-Man. We're not talking about Miles Morales or anything like that. We're just using the regular Spider-Man, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, even like in Spider-Man games, he's got a reload time on those webs.
That's what I'm saying.
And so, like, even if he throws all his webs at once, it's going to take him a little bit to reload those and be on a wait time.
Mario also, when he switches power, the technically goes back to full health.
Okay.
Because like when he goes little, if he gets like a fire flower or something, he goes all the way up to full health, and he gets like 2 extra hits.
And that's if he gets hit and he gets down to his base level, if he gets hit another time, he's done.
That's what I'm saying. So literally, let's hypothetically say Spider-Man shoots a web at Mario, he would lose his power, right? That's how we're gonna base it off of. Or if he got punched one time,
well, he could stick him to the ground and then hit him.
But he can shoot webs to like damage people, and he can't do that to Mario.
Yeah. Oh well, if they damage people, then yeah, he can do that.
Yeah, because he can damage. It just depends, I guess. He has he has shock webs and stuff. He can shoot at people to damage them and stuff like that.
I think Mario's got the tools to kill Spider-Man. Spider-Man can't.
I don't necessarily know. If it's 3 hits to kill Mario, I'm going with Spider-Man, if that's how we're going, because it would only take 3 punches, and he can just maneuver around, because if you're I'm not saying Mario's a wuss, and I think it's a good matchup, but I don't see how he could beat Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man too. Now that I didn't know he had the shock webs and stuff.
With all the suits he has at his disposal, like depending on what Mario could do, because I'm pretty sure he can change his power too. Because didn't Iron Man give him that thing where he can change like the powers of his suit? Because he.
If we're going off of Iron Man, the suit that Iron Man gave him, I don't know.
Are we going off movie or are we going off video game?
I mean, they're both kind of the same.
More video game than movie, but it's the same.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's literally
like this in the Spider-Man video game. He has the Marvel suit. So.
I mean, Spider-Man just gets. He's so interchangeable, and there's so much about him. And also, if he can have the symbiote suit, it's not even close. So if we're saying Spider-Man and from the games, because I remember playing Web of Shadows and I remember playing Spider-Man 3. If he has he can, so obviously he'll have the symbiote if we're going off the video games. So I'm taking Spider-Man.
Yeah, I guess that you say that I would go Spider-Man. Because in the PS4 game, he can have the Marvel suit. Mm-hmm. So and that Marvel suit's almost undefeatable.
No,
so.
like Mario would put up a good fight, but Spider-Man is just kind of like Batman, as to where he has like a counter for like everything that there is, and that's the only reason I'm going with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
fair enough. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so the next one is going to be kind of close. Agent 47 and Donkey Kong.
I Okay. Okay. So,
I mean,
I think it's Agent 47. He's a trained killer and he kills humans.
That's what I want to say. But how much health does Donkey Kong have? Because I don't think you ever really fight him in any games. Do you? Like, I mean, he might be like, he
always runs
on his
away.
head? Yeah, he always runs away, like in the Mario.
I'm also
Agent 47 isn't going to let him run away.
No.
I'm trying to think of like the screw attack thing.
Well, they
did a good representation of what Donkey Kong's about, and Donkey Kong is honestly very resilient and very tough. So I don't know.
Well, you can't really look at the Mario games. You have to look at like Donkey Kong Country.
Okay.
He has Diddy Kong. He has all the other little guys. But I still think Agent 47 is going to win.
I think so as well. I don't
think
see
47.
how a gorilla could, is it a gorilla? I think it's just a monkey.
He's a gorilla. Yeah,
Gorilla. I don't see how a gorilla could take a like a 50 cal sniper shot or a rocket to the chest and just stay in one piece. I don't see how that could happen.
I guess that's something. If we're going off of real life, if he is a real gorilla, like if we're not thinking like
if it's hand-to-hand combat, Snake's done. But if he has his weapons and can have the distance, it's not even close.
Yeah, and I think like Snake's a trained killer. He's gonna know. Kind of same with like Batman. He's gonna know don't get close to Donkey Kong.
Also, Snake is a master of disguise. He knows how to hide and stuff.
Why are we talking about Snake?
Oh, my bad, Agent 47. Shoot.
I thought that was.
Oh, I said Snake. I'm the one that said Snake. That's on me.
I thought you said Snake. I thought you said Snake.
No,
I think I said Snake. Okay. Gee,
I'm so confused.
A human, my man. Come on.
That's my bad. But still, with Agent 47, he's literally a trained killer. And he has
I would go. Yeah. If we're gonna take Batman over Charizard because he's a trained killer, killer.
However, if we're thinking of this though, Donkey Kong he's a big like behemoth. If we're thinking of like, okay, if we think of like the Mario game or like the Donkey Kong game where Mario's trying to save Peach or whatever, like you see his size comparison to Donkey Kong. Like Donkey Kong's freaking huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I mean, you do have a point though. If he's just a sole gorilla, I feel like enough bullets would kill him though.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure.
So
King Kong can die.
Even Kong died.
Kong can die by the
He's
hand
the same
of...
species. Fun fact: Donkey Kong is the same species.
Okay, yeah. Then if that's the case, it is not even close.
I'd say 47.
All right.
Yep.
So the last one for the first round is going to be Pikachu versus Leon from Resident Evil 4.
Now, okay, Leon has taken on some pretty insane stuff. So.
Yeah, if you've played Resident Evil 4 especially,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Pikachu, though, he has Iron Tail. He has a quick attack. He has Thunderbolt. You know. He can reach him from a distance. Pikachu actually doesn't even need to be near him to hurt him. However, Leon has guns, though.
I'm going Pikachu.
If we're thinking this, though, Pikachu's a mouse.
That's true.
If we're thinking real life, a mouse would not survive a 50 cal bullet to the face.
He is also, very, very small, though.
If Leon can, I feel like if Leon can survive a zombie, I feel like a zombie, especially hordes, are much more, tough to kill than a
zombies. Move a little bit slower than Pikachu, though.
But they're super zombies. Have you obviously haven't played Resident Evil 4, where there was a huge light creature, Drayton, I think you know what I'm talking about, and I don't know. He killed that. If he can kill that huge lake creature that just is, oh my lord, the size of that thing. It is.
But Pikachu is only 1 foot and 4 inches long. So does Leon have the accuracy to hit something moving quickly around that's that small?
I think so. I mean, he's pretty accurate.
Because remember, if you play the games, you have to shoot those special targets hidden around like the map. So if he does that all the time, he's literally was hired to protect the president's daughter.
Exactly.
If you were hired, you are the best of the best.
That is fair.
I know Tevis wants to go with Pikachu, and while I think it's would be a cool idea, like
I said with Charizard, that's my pick, but I'm not against.
I'm just not trying to downplay you, Tevis. But if you had played Resident Evil 4, especially out of all the other ones, and had seen like the stuff that he had to go through, then I think you might at least understand a little bit to a better degree what like we're trying to say.
Yeah, I'll have to.
I
I'll have to
Oh,
play it.
all right.
So I can.
Leon,
No,
knowledge.
there's definitely a part. I don't know if you have you seen the There's a clip of Leon and Chris fighting like a horde of zombies, and he is quick, man. I mean, I tell
He
you what,
is.
you've
He's
seen that.
very like hand to hand.
He'll kill one, shoot him in the head, and then he'll lay down and shoot a bunch more. Like he's like
That's
no,
true.
he is definitely accurate enough on all accounts to be able to shoot Pikachu. There's no way.
I'm going with Leon.
Alrighty. Well, that concludes the first round then.
What?
So should I just jump right into the second round?
Yeah, round 2.
Alrighty.
Fight.
So round 2 is going to be starting off is Ninja Gaiden versus Dante.
Oh my God.
So as we said, Ninja Gaiden's a demigod. Dante's a god.
Dude, they are literally the same thing. They are literally
Dante uses guns though. Would that change the battle at all?
Ninja Gaiden has guns also. And Ninja Gaiden, he's so quick with his sword because he's like a mythical like demigod too. He blocks bullets. He has Gatling guns shooting at him and he blocks it. So I'm pretty sure he could block Dante's.
Then yeah, unless Dante really couldn't get the.
Oh my gosh, dude! This is the toughest one. This will be the toughest one. I don't care what the other battles are.
If we're going with speed, I would definitely.
Ninja Gaiden has the speed, but they're both the same thing. They're both demon killers. That's what they both do. Ryu Hayabusa, I don't know a whole lot of his backstory, but he is essentially like a demigod. He has trained his whole life to fight. I don't know a lot about Dante because I've only played a couple of the Devil May Cry games, but they're both of the games are the same. You find new weapons, you upgrade them, you collect like health and stuff. They are both like the same thing. They are literally, I would compare those games. They're probably like 90% compatible. It is so difficult. They both kill these huge mythical creatures too. They both kill like dragon demons.
I want to say Ninja Gaiden.
I want to say Ninja Gaiden.
This is so difficult for me because I've played Ninja Gaiden. I've played all the Ninja Gaidens, and I think he is probably the most badass character in video games just because of the sheer amount of stuff. But I don't know. Also, if Dante can put up this fight with Kratos, I don't know if the thing about it is in Ninja Gaiden Black or Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which I think they're both the same thing. They're just different names. One has like DLC or something. At the end of the game, you fight the Dark Lord. Basically, is what he is, and he has this thing called the Dragon Blade, and he's like possessed by like these demons, and he's basically a god. And Ryu Hayabusa also has like his key power. He has like his he can summon storms and stuff.
I'm saying Ninja Gaiden.
I
think Drew does know the. I think Drew knows the most about both characters.
I want to say Ninja Gaiden just because he's like one of my favorite characters, but I honestly don't know. If you guys think Ninja Gaiden, then I'll go with it. But I'm honestly torn. I don't know who to pick.
I'm saying Ninja Gaiden solely because he's got the speed, and I feel like in the end, if you both are the same like factor, or the same
strength
or whatever, I feel like speed is definitely.
Speed is a factor at that point because you would be able to attack quicker.
Yep.
And if he can already block bullets, I mean,
Ninja Gaiden it is.
Okay.
That'll
probably anger some people. I mean these are literally the
harder and harder as we go.
Tell us like if you're watching on YouTube, tell us in the comments what you think.
Yeah, we want
to see your predictions. Let us know.
Alrighty. The next one. It's gonna be Bowser versus Sub-Zero. Now I already know you can't use the same argument that he could freeze him because we said Bowser could grow. So if he freezes his foot, for instance, he could just grow large and it'd break the ice and he would just keep growing.
Couldn't he freeze though Bowser enough to where he couldn't like get out of it?
Well, the question is, if Bowser's that big, have we ever seen Sub-Zero freeze something super ginormous?
But Bowser can breathe fire, right?
Well, yeah.
fire.
Yeah, he's gonna
Scorpion
break through that.
He's
True, but if he breaks through it and melts, then there's water. So how is Bowser going to deal with water? Have we seen Bowser deal with
Bowser
water?
has survived submerging in lava.
Okay.
I'm sure he can survive.
Well, yeah, but that's different. Somebody that's
That's
a
like his
fire
element
creature, even an elemental thing. I've never seen Bowser deal with water. That's the thing. If he can, then that's awesome. But I haven't.
He's also
I mean, you
he's fired.
think Bowser just has to shoot a shot of fire at Sub-Zero's way, and it's gonna like really
Right,
affect
but
Sub-Zero.
Scorpion and Liu Kang do that all the time, and it doesn't do anything to Sub-Zero.
That was my only argument. Was Scorpion can also breathe fire.
Right.
And Sub-Zero can make he could make it slick on the ground to where Bowser would just slide around.
Yeah,
there's just a lot of
if
things.
you get Bowser down on his back, if you get Bowser on his
If
back,
he could get Bowser to slip, I'm going with Sub-Zero, but it just depends.
But if Bowser doesn't really have to move, though, he would never have to slip.
Exactly. I don't.
Yeah.
This one's difficult. This one really is.
Bowser's never been underwater that I can see, except in Mario Kart or Super Mario Maker, where people literally create levels.
You have
no, he doesn't
No,
die.
I thought you meant when he falls off into the water,
he falls into lava usually, not water.
You got a point though, Troy. In the Mario Kart, he drives underwater, but he's fine.
Okay.
So I feel like
if we're going off that, then
I think we should go. I want to go Bowser.
I'd say Bowser.
I think
the heat, I know that Liu Kang and Scorpion get fire, but the rate of fire that Bowser's gonna breathe is gonna be way hotter and way more intense than
another thing. If we're going with the video games, because I'm mainly looking at the Bowser Inside Story because that's one of my favorite Mario games ever. He can burn trees and stuff in an instant, so that stuff is super hot.
Right, but so can Scorpion.
Yeah, but can he breathe it at the rate and the speed that Bowser can?
Yeah, and
I think he can. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
You gotta think of if Bowser is 10 feet tall,
freaking huge.
The velocity that's gonna come at you and the strength of that fire is gonna be insane.
And if he grows even bigger, it's gonna get even stronger.
But
the bigger Bowser is, the stronger that fire is gonna be, and the harder, the more area it's gonna cover.
Bowser's also really fast, even when he's that big. When you think about it.
Sub-Zero can have ice and bring it down. So couldn't he just hit Bowser on the head with bringing ice down? If Mario's going to jump on his head, then how
can
come
he shoot it up that high?
Yeah, remember? If you played the games, you can see him drop ice slabs down on people.
Yeah,
well, I didn't know how. I mean, Bowser can get pretty big, so I don't know what his range is. What Sub-Zero's range?
And Bowser, like Drayton said, Bowser's quick.
I'm trying to make a good argument here.
No, I know what you're doing.
I mean, it's not an easy pick. It's not an easy pick.
I don't get how, if we're going off this, how Mario can beat him if he just magically grows all the time. Then how does Mario just continuously catch up to him if he can keep growing?
Because he has his abilities.
But if we're going to only go so high, how can Mario just keep going? Because he has the wings? Theoretically, Sub-Zero could just use ice and just shoot himself up in the air.
Jump on
top of him.
I'm going off of the Bowser Inside Story just because that's one of my favorite DS games. And although Mario has never done that, because he was inside Bowser the whole time. But I know in other games, even when Bowser's huge, it takes a lot of hits to finish him off.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know what Sub-Zero's range is. So I feel like if Bowser is as tall and as big as we think, he's, because they're actually is it Mario Galaxy or something? Bowser can get to the size of a small planet, and that's freaking huge. So I feel like it's that Bowser.
I think I'd pick Bowser.
Yeah.
It's not an easy pick. That's not the easy. That is not an easy pick. But I think that's just. Also, I didn't know he could grow to the size of a small planet.
I didn't either.
That's insane. Like, that is huge.
Well, couldn't Sub-Zero get a spaceship going to outer space and freeze the planet?
Okay, you're thinking a little too far there.
You're reaching. Yeah, you're reaching now. You're arguing to argue.
I know.
He's trying to push his favorite.
We appreciate the arguments there, Drew.
I'm not going to have that fight, damn it.
That's fair. We know you.
Alrighty, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one is Juggernaut versus Snake.
Oh boy.
I mean, like we said before, Snake literally has the entire United States military at his disposal.
Has Juggernaut ever?
And Juggernaut can't really jump or anything.
No.
So let's say Snake got in a helicopter. I mean, Juggernaut might be able to throw something at it, but unless he's running full speed, he's going to take some kind of damage.
Yeah.
Well, if he's not at full momentum, then he's vulnerable, I guess. So he can't. I don't think he can stay in that state forever. So eventually,
can Juggernaut withstand the power of the army or like the military?
He could if he was at full speed. It says he is physically invincible. Why he is at full speed, but I don't think.
How long can he run at full speed?
What I'm saying.
Is the question.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the boy's stamina?
I think Snake might. I
think Snake would outlast and because all Snake's got to do is survive long enough to get him exhausted and get him to where he can really not run very. Because I'm sure after he runs full speed, it's going to take a minute for him to.
Unless Juggernaut is always at full speed, he's never 100% protected, which Snake isn't either. But since Juggernaut's main ability is probably that, and then probably like a ground pound or something.
Yeah. Even if Snake dies, his army ain't dead. So.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Snake has the disposal like that. I know he has all the weaponry he wants.
Well, Snake, if you remember from the Phantom, what is it called? Pain?
Phantom Pain.
He starts his own like colonies of like people, and he's in charge of all those. So if he can do that and build up a big enough army, even if he's in a helicopter, I don't think it's going to matter. I think eventually, at some point, with all the weapons at their disposal, that Snake will eventually win because he's not going to be able to do. He might be able to be invulnerable for a long time, as long as you can keep refueling a helicopter or have multiple helicopters or an aircraft carrier or something like that. It's eventually going to give way because Juggernaut is mortal and he would have to sleep at some point. Helicopter can keep going. It's a machine.
I agree.
Yeah, I think we should go.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I think Snake, yeah.
Alrighty. The next one is going to be Link versus Iron Man.
Oh man.
My gut is telling me if Iron Man can stop the Hulk, that he can stop Link. That's what my gut's telling me. I don't know because they're bringing in like other forces besides just worldly. Well, I guess the Hulk is something else. But
they haven't really discussed Iron Man.
If he can stop the Hulk, he can't kill him, obviously. If he can stop the Hulk and like enough to calm him down, the Hulk can literally lift up.
Iron Man's never calmed down the Hulk. He's got to get someone else to do it for him. But I mean, that's.
But he still ends up calming him down, and it starts with Iron Man. So
who did Iron Man go against the first man again?
Who did Iron Man?
Who was Iron Man against
first round?
Who did he go against?
Arthur Morgan.
Yeah,
Arthur Morgan. That's right.
That's why we didn't really discuss Iron Man.
I don't even like Iron Man really that much. I really don't. But just going off how smart he is, how much he's basically Batman. While I don't think he's as good as Batman, he is pretty close. He can literally design any suit he needs. I don't know necessarily. I don't know because I haven't been super invested in the Zelda games, not because I don't like them, but just because I don't know. It's just something I've never gotten into, but I'm going to eventually. I don't know, Tevis, what do you think? You've played the Zelda games, so why don't you let us know?
I mean, since we're going still here with Breath of the Wild Link, I think once again that those four the four mystical beast or whatever, I can't remember their exact name. You use that and you shoot that at Iron Man. He's good because he's not gonna. I don't know, man.
I feel like Iron Man's quick enough though. He could probably maybe have a chance to dodge it.
And like Drew said, if he's fought the Hulk and been fine. Granted, Iron Man's just a human, but like Drew said, with all
Iron Man, I don't know.
It takes a lot to get Iron Man out of that suit.
It does, and then if you do, he can just get it back instantaneously.
Iron Man
fly down and get another one.
Iron Man went toe-to-toe with Thanos.
That's what I'm saying. If you can go toe-to-toe with Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, even though like other people were helping him, but if you can, that's still. I think if you can take on Thanos, you can take on Link, and that's just my opinion. I don't.
I love Link, but I think Iron Man would beat him.
Yeah.
It's like, don't get me wrong, Link's got.
I have no bias towards Iron Man. I do not like him, but I don't
like Iron Man either, but I think, I just don't
Iron
think
Man
there's
wins.
no. Yeah,
Smarts get you so much farther than like actual abilities. So
yeah, and Link probably didn't talk enough about him in this round, but I don't think Link's got anything in that arsenal that she could slate, anything to keep up with Iron Man suits.
Yeah,
because that sword ain't gonna cut through a suit.
No.
I'm saying
if Iron Man's got that little like from Endgame, which I know like not video game, but like that huge thing when like Thanos goes to punch him and it just like builds a shield thing.
Yeah, he has so much more like in the comics and stuff.
There's things we haven't. Yeah, I think
we could go all day about superheroes.
Yeah. Well, we got some pretty good arguments coming up. So
yeah.
We have Zeus versus Deadpool.
Oh no!
Oh, somebody else start this one off. I don't want to.
Considering Zeus couldn't even kill Kratos.
He fought really, really hard though before he died. Deadpool, however, is immortal to an extent. When he had his, there do exist those little bands that restrict his power. However, I don't think Zeus would have that. But literally, remember when he fought? I forget the steel dude's name in Deadpool. So like he broke his hands and feet, and they didn't regenerate right away. Right. So it seems like if he breaks a bone, he still has to wait for it to recover. So if Zeus could go faster in his recovery rate, Deadpool wouldn't stand a chance, or he could throw him down in the underworld or whatever he chooses.
And another thing is, the only reason Kratos could kill Zeus is because he got the power to kill gods. Zeus is a god. Like Deadpool.
That's true.
Well, like even then in the third one,
the other gods.
Yeah, in the third one though, he loses that, right? Kratos loses all that, and he's still able to defeat him.
But he has hope. He got hope from the box.
Yeah, from Pandora's box. And he also he has all the gods like abilities at his disposal besides Zeus's lightning. But this isn't about Kratos, I guess. So.
However,
I think Zeus is going to beat Deadpool because like kind of like with what Troy said. This is going to get a little graphic. All Zeus has got to do is chop off Deadpool's head and just sit there and smash his brain enough until he can't regenerate.
That's true.
However, you do have to remember that in one of the comics, Deadpool did escape the universe, murder the authors of the Marvel comics and everyone in the Marvel universe, and then made a throne out of their bodies. That did happen. That is an official comic.
That is that. But however,
we're going off video games though.
I'm bringing the fact.
Can we use comics for different?
That Zeus's son.
I mean, if you want to use comics, I guess we can. If you're using that argument, then
what's Zeus's son?
We know.
I'll say we never Go ahead.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there, and then Tevis, you can speak. But I know Deadpool met Death herself, and like has done these kind of things. However, I'm looking at the fact that Zeus's son Hades is like the god of the underworld, so he can do. He's got some leeway there too, doesn't he?
So,
that's true. I kind of think Zeus now.
I think Zeus.
Didn't you say that Deadpool went back in time and killed himself? You said that.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah. If Deadpool can kill himself, then I feel like Zeus can kill Deadpool.
Yeah. But I mean,
okay. Well,
Deadpool we see, if we're going off comics, and well, I don't know if we got to stick with comics Deadpool, movie Deadpool, or
if we're going off mythology, it has to be Zeus because Deadpool isn't even in the damn thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we go with. I still think Zeus is the better. I think Zeus is the winner.
I'll go Zeus.
All Zeus what I'm thinking, Zeus has got to do is get close enough to Deadpool, chop his head off. What's the next battle, Troy?
Wolverine versus Kratos.
Yes, we're gonna need
to restart.
So we are going to restart. And
Woo!
All right. So we're back. We have Kratos from God of War versus Wolverine, you said, Troy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wolverine versus Kratos.
So
Drew said earlier Ninja Gaiden versus Dante was the hardest. I think this one's harder. Personally.
I don't think it's harder. It's harder because I love these are like two of my favorite characters in literally any media I've consumed: TV shows, comics, video games, etc. With all that being said, I think since we're pretty much going off video games, I think Kratos has to win this by far. Even though Wolverine is my favorite superhero, we
just haven't seen like in a video game. We haven't seen what Wolverine can do.
And even in the comics, as Drayton and I were discussing just a second ago, it was off the air. We were discussing adamantium, and it's the toughest metal on Earth, but is it in the universe? That's what we don't know.
Also, like how we talked about, like with how you can kill Wolverine, you just like, and if you think about like one of the X-Men movies, all that happens is like you just got to put him, you got to drown him.
Mm-hmm.
Kratos will do anything he can. I think Kratos outpowers Wolverine. So I think all Kratos has to do is grab Wolverine and drown him. And I think that is something we can see happen.
The only thing that's making me not want to end this right now is the fact that the Wolverine and the Hulk fought. And neither of them died. It was
Kratos fought Titans.
I think he actually might have killed the Hulk. Yeah, Kratos has fought the toughest of the toughest. He has fought all the gods and killed them. And while I love Wolverine extremely, I don't think he can fight a god alone, let alone Kratos. And while I want to make a case for him to win, I can't. There's so much more that God of War has at his disposal. He has literally everything. Wolverine is awesome, but if his claws could cut through Kratos's like weapons, then I'd probably say Wolverine. But we don't know. And just going off the fact that we don't know, I'm gonna have to say Kratos.
I think Kratos, like I just think Kratos is gonna overpower Wolverine.
I agree with that.
And I think Kratos is gonna do, like we said earlier, we've seen Kratos kill the unkillable. So like,
all right, so I think it's Kratos.
Yeah,
and
Kratos.
the thing, he's got the boots of Hermes, and if he's fast enough behind him, and we've seen him cut off multiple people's heads. So if he cuts off Wolverine's
if he cuts off Wolverine's head, it's
yeah.
All right. The next one is going to be Batman versus Spider-Man.
Oh
no!
But aside from Wolverine, those are my other two favorite superheroes.
I'd probably give it to Batman.
I'd go Batman.
I mean, his logic, his intelligence.
If we're going to say Batman's going to beat Charizard.
Batman can beat Superman.
Yeah.
Then,
that's true.
Even though, I don't know, I'm not a huge comic guru, but there's probably some state that Spider-Man could maybe go toe-to-toe, but it just, I don't know.
I mean, Batman's fought worse people than Spider-Man. I mean, Batman literally fights Solomon Grundy, who is technically immortal as well. He fights a giant alligator.
Didn't he help Superman defeat Doomsday? I'm pretty sure he did. Right?
Yeah.
So
he had to. So
if you can beat Superman, Doomsday, I'm sorry, Spider-Man is. Oh, I love him so much.
We love you, but no.
No, Batman is probably
not you. It's not you. It's us.
It's just how good Batman is. You cannot.
Yeah, Batman's. I don't think it's gonna. The next one's gonna be tough too because I know who Batman goes against now. I think
the next one's gonna be Agent 47 and Leon.
Oh,
I'm giving it to Agent 47. I mean, he's a trained killer.
I wanted to pick Pikachu over Leon, so I agree with you, Troy. I think Agent 47.
They're both pretty much the same thing.
Leon wasn't trained since birth, though, to be
That's what I was going to say. Leon is the top of the top, but Agent 47 was created with the sole purpose to kill and to destroy. So they both have basically the same weapons at their disposal. I gotta go with Agent 47. He was literally designed to kill.
Okay. You happy with that, Drayton?
Yeah, I'd say Agent 47 as well because honestly, he's been trained to fight more people than anything. Leon, granted, he was trained to do some things. He's got some really good skills, but I just feel like Agent 47.
I don't know if you guys have seen the Hitman movie or played the games, but that dude is so deadly with the sniper rifle. He could take Leon out from miles away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, if that's over, then that concludes our second round. So we have eight characters left, so 4 battles, and then the final.
And 2.
Alrighty, so starting it off, Ninja Gaiden versus Bowser.
Well,
I mean, Ninja Gaiden, has he fought an enemy that could grow to the size of a small plant?
I don't know if he's fought one that tall, but he's fought some that are so huge in just the massive scale of things. I know you guys are probably going to go with Bowser, but to me, I think it's Ninja Gaiden personally all the way.
I would give it to Ninja Gaiden
because
honestly.
he has the same jumping abilities that Mario has. He can double jump on like the walls and platforms. As long as he has platforms to jump on, he can make it happen. He has so many weapons at his disposal. He has all kinds of different abilities. He could make a tornado go around Bowser. He could do that with his powers.
That's true.
His dragon sword can cut through pretty much anything.
I'm gonna say Ninja Gaiden.
I'll say Ninja
I just think Ninja Gaiden is like, I know we were really tough on not putting Bowser over Sub-Zero, but Ninja Gaiden has more to offer in the
Ninja
fight
Gaiden.
Sub-Zero does.
No, he has.
I think it's Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
You happy with that, Drayton?
Speed. He's got the dragon sword.
He has a bow. He has shuriken, kunai. He has literally anything.
He's gonna do whatever he can. He
has spear guns you can use underwater. We can just keep going on and on and on.
All right. You happy with that, Drayton? Ninja Gaiden?
Yep.
Alrighty. So the next one, which you guys are gonna laugh in a little bit, but the next one is Snake versus Iron Man. Now, granted, Iron Man is in his suit. But is there any weapon the military has that could tear apart that suit?
I would say if Iron Man doesn't have a suit, then I would go with Snake.
You wouldn't have made it this far. You would have probably died to Arthur Morgan.
It's a joke. But
no,
I don't think it's. While I love Snake, I honestly
think Iron Man.
Iron Man's got the army and military on his side too.
That's what I'm saying. Iron Man has
builds for the military. Yeah, he builds for the military.
Even though Snake kind of does the same thing, but still, Iron Man is literally one of the top leaders in the world in the Marvel universe. So
I think Iron Man. I just think
Iron Man it is.
Drayton, you agree?
Probably going to be Iron Man and Batman. It's probably going to be our final. I can already.
I don't know.
The next one is Zeus versus Kratos.
Okay, do we really?
We already know the answer. We've seen it.
There was this one time. No, we've seen it. It's God of War 3. He kills Zeus.
Kratos.
Moving on. We've seen it.
Yep.
Alrighty. So the last one for this round is Batman versus Agent 47.
Has to be Batman. Yeah.
I don't know, because they would have the same intelligence when it comes to fighting.
Dude,
they're both mortal. However,
I would pay money to see a fight like this.
You got to remember though, Batman doesn't kill. Batman doesn't kill.
No, he doesn't. But
Batman's gonna kill to save his own life, though.
He was trained he trained himself or whatever in every martial art.
He's trained in every martial art. He knows multiple languages. I think Batman's intelligence level is so far above Agent 47's. And while
think of The Dark Knight Rises, he gets back to Bane, he's got to climb out of that thing with no suit, nothing.
No,
he does it on sheer will and his brain.
They're essentially the same thing if you think about it. They both have their blindfolds and they're both just trained. Like Batman, just the mental factor of Batman. He took his biggest fear and built himself upon that. And I think just the sheer mental will alone would put him forward. But knowing that he has all the suits, he has anything. It's weapons, and we've seen Batman take on people with weapons time and time again. Doesn't matter how good they are. Deathstroke, just the list goes on.
That's true.
And I have to give this to Batman.
Everyone can use the argument.
Beings. And I feel like if he's taking on supernatural beings, he can handle a man that knows how to use guns. Yeah,
I think, and I know we like to say Batman doesn't kill. Batman's gonna kill someone if it's to save his own life.
Oh yeah.
Batman's not gonna be like, you know what? I'm not gonna kill. Just kill me.
He has killed before.
Killed the Joker. I remember.
Batman, back in the earlier comics, he was so dark. Batman. Oh my lord. They had to change how it was written because he was so dark.
My issue with it is, Batman's trained in like all the martial arts and everything, but Agent 47 is a middle-aged man who, for the last 30 years, has done nothing but learn how to kill.
That's what Batman
and do it
has
effectively.
Done. Well, not kill, but he's trained in nothing but fighting and martial arts his entire existence.
Well, I know, but like you said, he has wealth, so he went to a good school. He's learned other things, but because he hasn't been fighting for as long as Agent 47 has. Because his parents died when he was a kid. If we're gonna go on that,
Batman's got 11. Money. Bruce Wayne's got money. Bruce Wayne's
Agent 47 works for a hitman corporation. They buy him whatever he wants.
Yeah, but I think Batman would have more money.
All Batman's got to do is hire Agent 47 to lose.
True.
He
goes and hires Agent 47.
I love Agent 47, Troy, and I see what you're trying to do. But I go back to, if you can beat Superman, how could you not beat Agent 47? Yeah. At the end of the day, he is mortal. And Batman could survive a gunshot. Agent 47 couldn't.
But you have to remember, Batman only beat Superman because Superman was afraid he was going to lose control one day. So he gave Batman his weakness to defeat him.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But that doesn't
I don't know
mean
if Batman had
Kryptonite
already, but he gave it.
He figured it out. He figured that out. There might have been an instance when, like Superman, he told him. But at the first, like when they first fought, he figured it out because he was so smart.
Oh, see, I didn't know if Batman could even get Kryptonite.
Batman knows everything. He literally has like Alfred and his system, which is like what's Iron Man's called? Jarvis? Was that it?
Yeah,
something like that. Jarvis, it's his Batman's network. I think is even better than that. So
technically now Iron Man's thing is it's Friday because Jarvis is became
okay. Well, I'm happy with Batman. I'm happy with either or.
I love an argument. If Batman,
he was arguing to argue.
If they were just fighting, like Batman doesn't have a suit, like I'm gonna whip your ass, you're gonna whip mine. I think it'd be a really good fight, but Agent 47 would have the slight advantage. But with Batman, all of his equipment, I don't think 47 could. Because 47, while he's trained, would he be trained to take on like the stuff that Batman has? Batman literally could. He could have it to where he throws like a smoke grenade down. Agent 47 doesn't know where he is. He shoots up, repels. Agent 47 is coughing. He drops down on him, which, he might be able to. I don't know. There's just so many different angles Batman can go to. And if he can take down supernatural things, I don't see, even the most deadly trained hitman ever would be more difficult to defeat than supernatural creatures.
Okay. I'm happy with that. The only thing with that was I just said Batman's age, since he's getting older and older. And I think Agent 47 is pretty young. But even with, like you said, his intelligence is just.
Well, yeah.
So I'll give it to you. I'm happy with either or. But.
Yeah, no.
Even with the new Batman show, or it was one of the newer Batman shows. It was back in like the early 2000s. I remember it was like Batman Beyond. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
the cartoon.
Think so.
Yeah.
Even when he was old, he was still very intelligent and very remember he put on the suit one last time and he still beat some butt. So
that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, with that.
Oh, also I did
Batman
mention
wins.
this, but Batman also has the whole entire Justice League on his side.
That's true. Well, Batman wins. So with that sends us into our semifinals.
Oh man, here we go.
So the final one is going to be Ninja Gaiden versus Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
I want to say Ninja Gaiden will win.
I want to say Ninja Gaiden.
I want to say so too.
He beats Bowser and Dante, two complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
If we're going off that, then he has to beat Iron Man.
Dante's gonna beat Iron Man, and if we say Ninja Gaiden can beat Dante, Ninja Gaiden's gonna beat Iron Man.
Yeah.
We love Iron Man very much, obviously. Well, in this fight, in this bracket, we have loved Iron Man very much and his chances.
We have, because he's been the best, and we're not trying to be biased here. I think he did beat Thanos, but he also did it with the power of all the other superheroes. And if we're just going off Iron Man, if an entire military is after Ninja Gaiden and they can't beat him, I don't know. I just think Ninja Gaiden would be able to.
Ninja Gaiden's got like mystical powers, right?
Ninja Gaiden has mystical powers, and Iron Man's suit could probably withstand it, but Ninja Gaiden can jump out of the way of anything that Iron Man has to throw at him.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Same thing. I mean, Iron Man.
He can block all his bullets. He can
other than
get out
Thanos,
of the way.
Iron Man's never really killed anybody.
No.
Ninja Gaiden will kill Iron. I think Ninja Gaiden personally.
I think so too.
Right. Well, Ninja Gaiden it is.
Oh man, I think we know where this is going.
So the last one now is Kratos versus Batman. I'm saying Kratos because Kratos doesn't really have a fucking or freaking.
No,
weakness.
I want to say Batman's so bad, but you can't. You cannot. Kratos.
I'm gonna say it again. Kratos has killed Zeus and killed the unkillable.
So you have to give it to him.
You have to give Kratos the win. Like there's
Batman
just
fights the unkillable though too.
Yeah. Batman fights the unkillable, but nobody's as unkillable as Kratos.
Yeah. No, I know.
He doesn't win.
Well,
no.
So if we're all happy.
I mean,
with that,
and we can all say like Batman is very smart, but that the guy that Kratos goes against in the PS4 game was also smart and like tried to. I think we all have to agree it's Kratos. Like there's just nothing.
We do.
Well,
yeah.
If we're happy with that, we're in the final, which is
what a matchup
Ninja Gaiden versus Kratos.
Oh my god!
All right, I'm gonna say
I'll go last.
I'm gonna say Kratos because, like Drew said, Ninja Gaiden was supposed to kill demons, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Although he's fast and although he's somewhat like a god, Kratos, like Teva said, he's killed the unkillable, or what we think would be unkillable. Also, Kratos, demons to him is just like nothing. Like he'll kill him, no big deal. And if he's got the claws of Hades, then it's no.
Yeah, that's regular fighting.
Which have we been basing this off of all Kratoses, right? I would say all
their games. It's all.
I know, but
Kratos.
like.
Okay, let's say if it is the old Kratos, but he's got all his.
We've mainly been using 3. God of War 3.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's the Kratos we've been going off of.
I was using that too, but I didn't know if you wanted to use that one.
I mean, I know I've said the PS4 Kratos a couple times, but I think we've been going mainly off PS3 Kratos or God of War 3 Kratos.
That was at his prime. That was when he was full strength, just had all the good weapons and stuff. So
I'm gonna agree with Drayton. I'm gonna go Kratos. I love Ninja Gaiden.
Kratos.
I think Ninja Gaiden. This would be a slobber knocker of a match. Shout out good old JR, but I think Kratos is gonna kill.
I think Ninja Gaiden could probably, he could probably get Dante, but
I think there's two people. There are two people in this bracket that has a chance against Kratos, and it's Dante and Ninja Gaiden, and I think those are the only two that come even close.
Yeah,
but I think Kratos, as we are meant to believe, is the standard, is like the best of the best. There's no one like.
I mean, Ninja Gaiden's a demigod.
True, but Kratos has killed full-on gods.
No, that's what I was going to say. It was Kratos has killed full-on gods. So that's
you have to give it to Kratos as much as I love Ninja Gaiden. You just have to.
Kratos is like in God of War 3 kills the huge freaking mountain of a Titan in like. Yeah. I think we have to go Kratos.
He
killed, that means Kratos has won.
He killed 2 Titans in God of War 3. Remember?
He killed the one at the beginning, and then he killed the one right before you kill Zeus.
Gaia.
Yep. So Kratos is crowned the winner of our championship of our gaming battles. Kratos is the winner.
Charizard was robbed.
I'll believe that when I see it.
If you guys enjoyed this,
low key though, Kirby,
Kirby was a good one.
That was one of the toughest. That was like we said. Oh man.
If you guys enjoyed this, we're not going to make this like a weekly thing unless you guys, for some reason, this video gets a bunch of views or a bunch of downloads. But it is fun to do every once in a while, so we don't.
It's long, and we apologize. This is going to be a long episode, but I think we've made it worth it.
But it's fun for a Christmas special.
It is fun.
It's fun.
Listen to it while you're driving to go see your family.
Yeah, there you go.
Another thing, if you don't know these games, at least then this will give you a little taste of what we're thinking about, so you can go try them out.
Definitely play God of War if you have a PlayStation.
God of War. Yeah.
It's
They won't
if
see
you
us till Christmas Eve.
no,
Yeah.
but if you have a PlayStation 5, God of War is free to play. If you have PlayStation Plus, play it. If you haven't, please.
Yeah.
Doing yourself a
It is
disservice if you
Great.
don't.
Also,
Also,
in the
the-
comments, like, oh, sorry, Drew, cut you off. In the comments of YouTube, let us know what you guys want to see. I mean, we're open to ideas.
Yeah, we're
Not sticklers.
No,
So-
we adapt. If you guys want news, we'll give you news. If you want just fun stories or things like that, I mean, we're down for that too.
Mhm.
No, this was a good episode, and we
was.
want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we will see you on when is it, Monday, with a new episode of Press Play Podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, we'll release
Friday.
this on.
Well,
we'll
yeah,
release
Monday
this on
will be
Thursday.
the next official.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
All
release this on Thursday. Then. So,
See you guys.
get Buzzsprout.